my profit is going to be at least 50% or more just on a shampoo and a brush. So what did I make? Maybe like $20 for less than a minute. And that's my take home. Okay. So if you do that with every client every time, you're going to have fat checks. Believe me. Okay. Because sometimes, here's the thing, and this is the example that I use all the time. So I was pretty new at lashes and I was still learning the ropes and whatnot. And my coworker, she was like, you know what? I'm going to show you my check and I'm going to show you what's my percentage for lashing. And then I'm going to show you how much I make just on retailing. And I said, are you sure you want to show me your check? She goes, yes. She goes, because if I'm eating steaks, I want you to eat steaks. So she was a really great friend and a great mentor. So she showed me her check. So what she made just in services was like $1,000, but what she made on retailing and upselling was over 3,000. She goes, and I make this every pay period. So what she would do was also in her consultation, she would write, sold her shampoo, she'll need one in 2 months. So then when she would go back to her notes, she would say sold shampoo, and then it would be the day, and she would be like, you should be finishing your shampoo right about now or already out. So you want to go ahead and pick one up while you're here? And then she would be like, I need you to buy this because it's helping you, it's helping your retention and your lashes are actually growing. So that is how she did it. Like she was made it a need. She didn't give them an option. You know what I mean? So that's a good way to build that rapport with your clients because they're going to trust you and they'll believe you and then they'll buy from you. Okay. And you can also sell them the spoolies. You can include lip masks and sell them the lip mask, or you can include the price of a lip mask, especially if you know you have a chatty Kathy, and you can say, you know what, I have a special package for you and only you because I love you so much. And what this package includes is a lip mask, and it's only going to cost XYZ. And then she's going to be like, oh, but why just me? Because, girl, you're my faithful client. You've been with me since I started, and you got some beautiful lips, and we just want to keep them lush and plush and soft. So, Chiflan, she's going to believe you, but you want to keep her quiet. So, while you're lashing her, she's going to have that lip mask on, and she's not going to be able to talk. See those little tricks that you can do to keep them from opening their eyes or having a conversation. Because even while they're talking with their eyes are closed, their eyes are moving and it's moving the lashes, it's moving the lids. Okay. So just being creative with that in your services. Okay. And so your consultation sets clear expectations. It does ensure guest satisfaction, gives you repeat customers, and it helps you to grow your business. Okay. So, and that's just the beginning of the service. You haven't even gone through the rest of it. Okay. Any questions on consultation? I know I talked a lot. No? Yes? No? Okay.
I have a
So,
question.
okay, go ahead.
Do you recommend making your own shampoos? I've seen some that are like out of concentrate, and then I've seen some lash techs like make their own. Do you recommend that, or is there a brand that you recommend to wholesale? That you buy wholesale from, sorry.
Lo que tú quieres hacer. That's all I can say. I mean, and then I'm just being silly. So some people will make their own, but just make sure that here's the thing. If you gotta have insurance coverage, you need to talk to your insurance company and say, hey, what are you gonna cover? Can I make my own product? Because if it's not something that's out on the market or hasn't been tested or regulated and it's not gonna harm anybody, they may not cover it because they don't know. You know what I mean? But if you're just using it on, people once you get licensed, then that's on you. And so if anything happens to that client while you're using the shampoo, who's going to take the fall for that? You know what I mean?
What if it's already like the concentrate, they sell you the ingredients labels, and I think it's just a concentrate with water that you put together. Would you still be liable, or would the company be liable? Do you know?
Again, that's another one where you would ask your insurance company because you're going to have insurance. but also look at the claims, read the reviews, and see, like, research it and get your information. So that way you have your bases covered. Because, like, for example, Barbicide. Barbicide sells concentrates, but they are reliable. So any cosmetological business uses Barbicide, as well as hospitals and things like that. So that's very well known, and there's really not a risk with that unless somebody just uses it improperly. You know what I mean? So you could. And as far as like going to Amazon and buying a shampoo, I'm kind of leery about that. And I'm not saying this to sound chocante, because when I worked at, well, let me just say this. When I was a lash tech, the only place that I would buy products from was actual brands that were out there. So like Extreme Lash. I would order only from Extreme Lash, or going to Amazon and buying a shampoo. I'm kind of leery about that. And I'm not saying this to sound chocante, because when I worked at, well, let me just say this. When I was a lash tech, the only place that I would buy products from was actual brands that were out there. So like Extreme Lash. I would order only from Extreme Lash, or the only place that I would buy products from was actual brands that were out there. So like Extreme Lash. I would order only from Extreme Lash or